Hello, welcome. My name is Katrina Keys. I am the Public Relations Director here for the Dallas Horseshoe Project. I represent Pegasus Link Constructors and welcome you to our quarterly community update meeting. We host these community meetings to keep stakeholders, our community, and different groups updated on the construction of the Horseshoe Project and what's going on in different areas with lane closures and other things. So this is our first community meeting that is a virtual meeting. So we are piloting this and seeing how it works and hoping it will be a success for our stakeholders. So today we will have a question and answer session. So at the end of the presentation, you can ask questions, or we will answer questions. And you can do an online chat to list your questions during the presentation. So if you look at your screen to the left corner, you can type in your question there, and then at the end of the presentation, we will start answering stakeholder questions. And if you do have any problems, you can call our hotline if there are any issues, and we'll get started with our presentation. Again, thank you for participating. So this is Dallas Horseshoe Project. This is our quarterly update meeting for August 20th. And just to give an overview of the Horseshoe Project, it's a $790 million project, which is a design, build, construction, and will be completed in 4 years because we are doing design, build, construction. Normal construction would take probably double the time, and so in using this process, it will be a quicker time frame for construction for drivers. The time frame of the project is 2013, and we started around April 2013, and the project will be completed in summer 2017. The project, of course, is a TxDOT project. They will retain ownership and oversight of the project once it is completed, and there are no toll or managed lanes involved in the construction of the Horseshoe Project. Our project team consists of TxDOT, who is the owner, and then Pegasus Link Constructors, or PLC. PLC is a partnership between Fluor and Balfour Beatty Infrastructure. Then talk about our project limits, and here's a project map showing where the construction of the Horseshoe Project consists of. If you look to the west of the project on I-30, you'll see the project starts there. Our outer west limit is at Sullivan Avenue. And then going to the north on I-35E, the north limit is at Commerce Street, up at Commerce Street. And then going to the east, our eastern limit is close to Cesar Chavez over there through the canyon. And then going south, down on I-35E to 8th Street. So it's about a 4-mile corridor, but a very busy and congested corridor of traffic near downtown Dallas. Then we want to talk about the purpose of the Horseshoe Project. Why is TxDOT doing this project? And for many reasons. One is to replace many of the bridges across the Trinity River and along I-30 and I-35E. Some of these bridges were built in the 1930s and 1950s and need to be replaced. Also, constructing additional lanes and frontage roads to increase capacity of the roadway in this area. We will also update the outdated roadway geometry of the Mixmaster, so it's easier to go from different highways and exits once the Horseshoe Project is completed. The Horseshoe Project would also create new direct connectors for I-30 and I-35E. And our signature Margaret McDermott Bridge along I-30 is one of the signature projects of the Horseshoe Project. And we also will increase overall mobility and safety in the corridor. Currently, some of our construction activities include along I-30, construction of eastbound and westbound frontage roads between Beckley and Sylvain Avenue. Then on I-35E near Colorado, construction of northbound and southbound frontage roads between 8th Street and Colorado Boulevard. And in the Mixmaster, on northbound I-35E frontage road, construction there between Hotel Street and Reunion Boulevard, and at Riverfront Boulevard at I-35E and along I-30. Proposed configuration of the project once it is completed, there will be about 48 traffic switches during the construction of the project. There are also 37 bridges that will be constructed or repaired on the project. We have 347,000 linear feet of beams for the project, 3 million square feet of bridge deck, 360,000 square feet of retaining walls, over 300,000 square yards of concrete paving, and over 300,000 cubic yards of concrete for the construction of this project. Currently, the phasing process where we are in the project right now is doing construction outside of the existing roadway. So if you're driving along I-30 and I-35E, you will see a lot of columns and beams being constructed on the outside of the roadway. And so now most of the construction is on the outside, so it's not really affecting main lane traffic. And later on, at the end of 2014 and in the early 2015, we will switch traffic on areas from the main lanes to the new frontage roads that are being constructed right now. So along mostly near riverfront, and we'll get into more detail on our next slides of this project phasing. So first on eastbound I-30, you can see here in this area, there'll be a traffic switch for riverfront, exiting to Riverfront Boulevard. So now the exit will be further west at Sylvain Avenue, and you will exit there for Riverfront, and then stay on the frontage road to continue along to Riverfront Boulevard. And currently the project phasing for I-35E northbound, also to exit Riverfront Boulevard, you will exit now near A Street and stay on the frontage road to continue along Riverfront Boulevard. So these two activities or traffic switches will take place later in early 2015, and you, of course, will send notices out to stakeholders and information to let you know when those traffic switches begin. Then continuing the next phase of the project for construction, later in 2015 and 2016, we continue to remove existing roadway and then reconstructing some of that roadway also. And then later on, reconstruction of the Mixmaster. And then, of course, the final completion of the project in 2017. So this shows what the new roadway will look like. And you can see, especially on I-35E there, you can see how this roadway is separated a little more than what it is now. And then we want to talk about some of the increased capacity that this project is building for the roadway. Here, this slide shows I-30 across the Trinity River. And you can see there where the red box at the bottom to the right is the current existing roadway and the number of lanes that we have there. And then you see in the exhibit that we show the new roadway versus the old roadway. And so the new roadway will be elevated to help with the levees and flooding, and we will increase the number of lanes in this area on I-30. And then on the outskirts, you can see the Margaret McDermott Bridge, where we have the pedestrian and bicycle trails along I-30 there on Trinity River. Sorry. Now we want to get into the current construction project, and show you some of the progress so far of construction. Here on I-30, you can see our first photo shows May of 2014, where we're building some of the columns there on the southbound side of I-30, and that's going eastbound there. And then the next photo shown in August of 2014 shows now where we're putting beams and building that frontage road there on the south side of I-30. Then the next slide we have is on I-30 near Sullivan and Beckley. You can see there where we're building that roadway construction. And then in August 2014, we're farther progress of the construction there on And this is the construction progress along I-30 at Riverfront. So in May 2014, we're just starting to put up some of the columns there, and then in August 2014, putting up some of the beams and starting to do some of the bridge work there. This next photo shows construction progress along I-35E, and this is also near the Colorado area. So in May, you can see them starting to put up columns, and in August, beams, and really you can start seeing some of that new frontage road on that side, on that east side of I-35E. And then continuing, this is a little bit farther south there, where Colorado. So in May, you can see the columns they're putting up there on that east side. And then in August, you can really see more of the main lane work and bridge work there that we've completed for August. And then this is down in the Mixmaster area near the convention center. So same thing, you can see a lot of the columns and beams being put up, and then in August you can see the progression of that work in that area. And then this last one is another Mixmaster slide of the Mixmaster construction. And this is near Houston Street Viaduct. Now here's also Riverfront area for construction along I-30. And this shows in May 2014, where you can see some of the groundwork and just getting started there. And then in August 2014, really more of the frontage road work on that area. This slide shows many of the different projects that is in the area near the Horseshoe. And there's other projects that the city's doing, City of Dallas, and other projects that Dallas County's doing. So there's a lot of different construction projects in the roadway here in this area, and that we want stakeholders to make sure that they're familiar with if they have to come down and do work or with the city or with the county. Some of those projects consist of the Sullivan Bridge project, the streetcar project, the Continental Bridge, and then the Beckley Commerce area. So you can see there are a lot of different projects down in this area, but we do coordination with all the different projects to try to make sure we can get traffic through this area and there's not too many issues with traffic concerns. Next, we want to talk about some of our outreach activities. And one thing that we do here with Pegasus Link Constructors, we've been really trying to increase employment opportunities with career fairs, and we've partnered with the Workforce Solutions of Greater Dallas, and we regularly participate in their career fairs to help hire a diverse workforce and participate in other employment activities that they have through this partnership. We also do a lot of outreach with the schools and the youth. We've partnered with the University of Texas at Arlington and also Senator West Conrad program to have externships and internships for the summer with engineering students. And then we also have given some presentations over at Townview Magnet Center School for the Science and Engineering to have some of our construction staff really talk to the students about what it means to work on a construction project and how they can pursue a career in construction and engineering. And we also, in July, we were excited to have Congressman Marc Veasey out, and he had his Marc Means Business for that month at the Dallas Horseshoe Project, where he wanted to step in the shoes of a construction worker, and he worked for the day as a concrete batch plant laborer for the day. So this shows Congressman Veasey out there doing some different testing of concrete and working in construction areas. So we are very excited to have him out that day and experiencing what our construction workers experience every day in the hot heat. Also for our project, there are many ways that you can communicate with us. If you have questions or need additional information or have any concerns, you can contact us through our website at www.dallashorseshoe.com. Also through our email, which is info@dallashorseshoe.com. We also have a telephone line, 214-FIX-MIX-D or 214-349-6493. And you can also sign up for our Facebook and our Twitter pages and for text alerts if you want to get communications about traffic closures or certain things in your area if you're a stakeholder down here. But that is going to conclude our presentation for tonight. So I hope you have a better understanding of where we are in construction. If this is your first time with us, now I hope you understand what the Horseshoe Project consists of. And we'll be happy to take any questions. On the screen right now, of course, is my information, Katrina Keys, and then also Anna Back, who's our Public Relations Manager. So if you have questions after today, you can always contact us by email or phone, and we'll be happy to assist you. But now we'll be happy to take any questions anyone may have. Again, if you have a question, if you're an online participant, you can go down to the left side of your screen and you'll see the online chat and you can type in your question and we'll take that question and then I will verbally answer the question as part of this presentation. If you are listening by phone, unfortunately, you can't call in and have questions. But if you do have a question, please contact us later today or tomorrow and we'll be happy to discuss your question with you. Hi, it's Katrina. I'm back again. We have our first question, which is at the end of 2014, early 2015, the traffic switch moves traffic to new pavement. Is that new pavement frontage road? And that is frontage road. The new pavement is new constructed frontage road pavement. And traffic will be switched there while they start demoing the existing pavement and reconstructing the existing roadway. And then near the end of the project, traffic will switch back to the main lines. We'll be happy to take any additional questions. You can just type them in. So we're just waiting on questions. We have our next question. The new Margaret McDermott Bridge, the question is, will the new Margaret McDermott Bridge be for pedestrian and bicycles only? And that is correct. This bridge is really on the outside of I-30 near the Trinity River, and it is just for pedestrian and bicycle traffic. So it's not part of the roadway, it's on the outside. We're still here. If you have any questions, we'll just wait a few minutes in case someone's typing their question or trying to think what their question may be. our next question, and it is, again, this Margaret McDermott Bridge will be on either side of the I-30 bridge with the beams and other signature items on both sides, and that is correct. There's on both sides of I-30, eastbound and westbound, Margaret McDermott Bridge will be there with pedestrian and bicycle access. And the height of the Margaret McDermott Bridge is about 300. Thank We have our next question is, do I see that there are going to be managed lanes on I-30? For the Horseshoe Project, there are no managed lanes, but the Horseshoe Project does connect to the west on I-30 with that project that will have managed lanes. We are going to take questions for 10 more minutes, so if you have any questions, please type your question in online and we'll answer that, but we will wait for 10 more minutes to see if we have any questions from stakeholders. Another question. Switching from Woodall Rogers to I-35E, then to I-30 can be very difficult right now. How will that area be changed during construction, and will there be a better direct connect from Woodall to I-30? The Horseshoe Project does not go to the north to Woodall Rogers. However, our understanding from TxDOT is that they have future project plans to make this area along Woodall Rogers a better connect. Another question. Will a toll tag or zip cash account be required to commute on this roadway? No, there are no managed lanes or toll lanes on the project here, so you won't need a toll tag or zip cash account to drive on the roadway here on I-30 and I-35E. We're still accepting questions, so just type your question in if you have one. We have another question. The question is, when will construction be completed? Construction of the Dallas Horseshoe Project will be completed in spring 2017. And then summer it will be passed back to TxDOT for ownership and to retain the roadways. have another question, and the question, this person came on and missed the question about tolls on the roadway. And there are no tolls or managed lane as part of the Dallas Horseshoe Project, so you don't need a toll tag to ride on this project once it is completed in 2017. Our next question is, how is the project being paid for? And the project is being funded through state and federal sources and funding sources. Our next question is, will there be HOV lanes? There will be HOV lanes on part of the project on I-35E. Those will be reconstructed, yes. We have another question. The question is, will the HOV lanes open prior to 2017? Unfortunately, the HOV lanes will not open until the end of the project in spring of 2017. We have probably about 5 more minutes of questions, so if you do have a question, please type it in. Thank you. have another question. The question is, will the Woodall-Rogers entrance lane from I-35 be improved as part of this phase of the project? And Woodall-Rogers is not part of the Horseshoe Project. However, if you're exiting Woodall-Rogers to go to I-30, currently that's a left-hand lane, and that will go to be a right-hand lane, so it'll be easier and less traffic switches. So you won't have to cross over 4 lanes of traffic to go to I-30 West when you're exiting Woodall-Rogers. We have our next question. Next question is, was the project ever voted on at any point by the citizens of Dallas? This is a TxDOT state project, and TxDOT conducted much public involvement and public outreach about the project and the design. However, since it is not a city project, there was no city vote for citizens of Dallas. We want to thank everyone for their questions, and we'll keep the presentation up for about 3 more minutes. So if you do have a question, you have about 3 more minutes to please get your question in. Thank you. If we have no more questions, I would like to thank everyone for participating in our quarterly first virtual meeting. And just a reminder that if you have friends that would like to see what we aired tonight, this presentation and video will be on our website tomorrow at www.dallashorseshoe.com. The questions and answers will also be there, so you can hear everything and see the presentation. And we just also want to remind you to connect us for the project, so you can sign up for text alerts at texting Dallas Horseshoe to 31996. You also can join our Facebook and Twitter pages at Dallas Horseshoe. And you can always email us at info@dallashorseshoe.com or call us on the info line at 214-FIX-MIX-D or 214-349-6493. And we also have a mobile app for Dallas Horseshoe Project. And so if you have an Android smartphone, iPhone, iPad, or even a BlackBerry, you can sign up and download our mobile app for free. So again, we want to thank you for participating in our first virtual meeting. I believe we had some great questions, and we'll see you in the next quarter. Thank you.